She ghosts you. Poof, gone like some 2-bit magic trick. Sees your message, skims your desperation with a lazy eye, and nada. Zilch. Dead air. Meanwhile, oh, she's out there. Dropping stories with captions she doesn't even get. Cracking up at her flavor of the month crush's comments. Voting in dumb polls like, what's your vibe flavor? But you? You get silence. Chilly. Frigid. Sub-zero. An emotional Arctic wasteland. And you? You're a one-man show. Sitting there glued to your phone screen with that he'll text back puppy dog face like a mutt, waiting for its owner who bolted for smokes back in '03. You start rotting inside, overanalyzing. Did I say too much? Was I too much? Am I? Less? Here's the tea. It's not what you did. It's that you haven't clocked her little game yet. She's playing you like a pro. This isn't her forgetting to reply. It's emotional trench warfare. She skips the response because she knows silence is a slow drip torture dressed up as grown-up vibes. Silence leaves room for your brain to sprint a paranoia marathon. The more you overthink, the more you slide down the self-worth ladder. Graceful as hell, sure, but straight into a free fall. But today, my lord of the unread, the tables turn. You're about to unlock the one line that torches her whole act. It's not see ya, cause that's too much effort. It's not respect me, cause begging for respect from someone who's got you on the back burner is peak irony. The killer line. It's all good. Boom. Done. Why is it a banger? Cause it doesn't grovel, doesn't whine, doesn't point fingers. It snips her puppet strings with the chill of a surgeon's scalpel. It's like flicking a match in her smug little brain. Wait, he's not begging? Nope, sweetheart. Now you're the one second-guessing. So drop it in the comments. I'm done chasing crumbs. Cause after today, you're either the silence that stings or the jester who flops. Pick your crown. Before you bounce pretending you've leveled up, do your part. Smash that like, hit subscribe, and type gratitude, not for me, but for this cursed algorithm that only serves up truth bombs when you make noise. Now go. If she wants to play games, show her you're the endgame boss. Number 1, the pathetic parade of being ghosted. You fire off a message, all hopeful and polished. She sees it, obviously, 'cause opening it's a breeze. Replying? That's where she draws the maturity line. You toss out a cute little quip, she acts like it's invisible. You keep the chat alive, playing emotional CPR on the corpse of your pride, and she hits you with a lol drier than a desert winder. Better yet, a big fat nothing. Welcome to the gladiator pit of selective ghosting, where your sanity's the prize, and you're the only one clapping for your own downfall. She's out there, slapping butterfly filters on her stories, giggling at lame memes, and liking every rando's post like she's the internet's last influencer. But you? Not a peep. Not a ping. Just silence. And no, it's not 'cause you're less. It's 'cause she sniffed out your Achilles heel. You feel too damn much. And big feelings? That's a playground for puppet masters. She clocked you starving for a spark, twitching for a reply, and thought, jackpot, my new emotional chew toy. The game kicked off when you bought her busy excuse. Oh, pal, she's not busy. She's busy hogging everyone else's attention while you drown in your own head. Cue the circus. You reread your texts, hunting for the typo that tanked it all. Too clingy, too aloof, too intense, too chill. Did I breathe wrong in that last message? The grand finale? You blaming yourself, when all you did was care. And in a manipulator's playbook, caring's the golden ticket. He's hooked, he's mine. She tests you, vanishes, pops back with a stale, hey, stranger, just to see if you'll still wag your tail like a lovesick pup. And you? Oh, you reply in 2 seconds flat, emojis and hearts on deck. Congrats. You just punched your always available loyalty card. Or, as she sees it, always predictable. Predictable, bro, is disposable. She knows she's got you wrapped around her finger just a snap away. And the kicker? You prove it every time you quick reply, cling, or hand out attention like free candy at a parade. But hold up, there's still hope. The script's trash, but you can grab the pen. Seeing through her game is step one to snatching the wheel back. Maybe then you'll write a story where you're not the punchline. Ready? Brace yourself. The next hit lands harder. Number 2, why she pulls this crap. Easy. 'Cause she can. And 'cause you let her. That's it. No flowery excuses, no tinfoil hat theories, no Mercury's in retrograde screwing her vibe. She ghosts you 'cause you taught her it works. The more she dips out, the more you show up. The less she gives, the more you grovel. You trained her with your neediness masked as sweetness, that all she's gotta do is hit mute and you'll turn into an attention-dispensing, praise-spouting, desperation vending machine. She caught on quick, too, some of these control freaks. Not all, but the slick ones. Treat it like cash. And you're her validation ATM. She toys with your nerves like it's a mobile game chill, smirking all the way. She doesn't forget to reply. She knows ghosting makes her scarce, and scarcity to her bloated ego screams value. She wants you squirming, wants to clock how long you'll hold out before texting again. Will you post a thirst trap story? Like her latest selfie? Spoiler, you will, and she'll eat it up. You think she's blind to it? Clueless? Please. She might not reply, but she's watching like the FBI of social media. Every "I'm fine" post, every vague deep thoughts caption, every thirsty comment, she's on it. Lapping it up. Her silence isn't quiet, it's deafening. It says, I own you. And you? You just nod and keep two-stepping to the shame shuffle. The real gut punch? You're her accomplice. You fuel the game with every instant reply, every novella-length text, every "what did I do wrong" plea. You think it's maturity. She sees a blueprint to your soul from someone who just wants to play puppet master. Ghosting's her move. A passive-aggressive power play for control freaks who rule without a word. It's a silent middle finger that turns you into an emotional lapdog, panting for scraps. You know it deep down, but you keep at it, thinking persistence is love. Nah, it's dependence. Here's the silver lining. Now you get why, and that's your ticket to flipping the script. Her spell only holds while you dance to her tune. Cut the music, and she's got no show. Buckle up, next chapter's a steel-toed kick. We're diving into the fatal flub every nice guy makes that keeps this circus running. Spoiler, you'll see yourself in it. Big time. Number 3, the fatal flop almost every dude pulls. She vanishes, sees your text, leaves it on red. And you're flailing like a fish on dry land. The clown show starts. Did I mess up? Is she okay? Was I too extra? Truth is, it doesn't matter. Right now, you're doing exactly what she banked on. You chase, you bare your soul. You grovel over something you can't even pin down. Basically, you're bowing at the shrine of her apathy. Well done. You just crowned yourself her ego's loyal minion. Not your fault, right? You think playing fixer shows you're a grown-up? Newsflash. It just screams desperate. You're fishing for answers, logic, a decoder ring for her disappearing act. But she's not handing out clues. She's already got the prize. You, cracked open, ready to please. You think a WhatsApp essay proves you care? Nope, champ. It's a signed IOU for emotional clinginess. And in this lopsided mess, the one who feels more loses power, respect, even her interest, if it was ever more than a vanity boost. Endgame? You're Mr. Predictable. The needy one. The guy she knows she can hit up anytime, and you'll ping back in 3 seconds flat, even after 3 days of radio silence. The big screw-up, man, is this. You think showing how much you're into her flips the script. But in this game, the one who cares most crashes hardest. Harsh? Yup. True? Damn straight. You kill the intrigue, the chase, the edge, and with it, any spark. You're an open book with a snooze-fest ending. So she keeps dipping, testing, Ghosting. 'Cause she knows you'll take it. You've proven it 1,000 times with every long-winded text, every heart emoji, every sad stab at fixing it. You're not saving Jack. You're sinking the ship, digging your dignity's grave with a mopey grin, calling it maturity. But chill, not all's lost yet. Next chapter, you'll learn what not to say. Strategic silence is still your ace. Her ego's puffed up time to pop that bubble with style and ice-cold precision. Oh, and heads up, there's a digital mini-book in the description spilling what your pops never had the guts to say. Go grab it. Learn to ditch the doormat gig and become the guy who calls the shots. Or keep being the emotional sidekick for a chick who sees you as a runner-up trophy. Snap out of it. Your call. Respect doesn't come with a payment plan. Number 4, what not to say. You're a wreck inside. She's MIA, and you're wondering if you're still a person or just an emotional glitch. Then you blow it. You grab your phone, fire up WhatsApp, and type those textbook flops of needy despair wrapped in concern. You've been quiet, everything cool? Translation: please notice me, I'm begging. I miss you. The sappy remix of I'm still here, open for business, ready to be ignored again. Did I screw up? Congrats, you just handed your emotional reins to someone who bailed days ago. These lines, sweet as they sound in your clingy brain, hit her like elevator music. Dull, repetitive, expected. And expected, dude, is where attraction goes to die. You're not being real, you're being desperate. Worse, predictably desperate. She reads it and doesn't go, aw, cute. She thinks, got him again. What you call empathy, she calls proof. You're still on the hook. She's still the puppet master. Game, set, match, hers. Want to know what those texts do? Turn you into an emotional welcome mat. A guy with spine doesn't beg for a glance. He doesn't send messages dripping with please love me vibes. He doesn't ask what he did wrong to someone too rude to say she's out. Even if she tosses you a reply by fluke or guilt, don't kid yourself. It's pity, not a comeback. Ego upkeep, not a heart-to-heart. She'll keep you circling, dangling on the edge of her radar, 'cause she knows you'll settle for scraps and call it a win. Same old loop. You text, she ghosts. You push, she smirks. You demand, she blocks or drops a, you're overreacting. That's a slap to your whole soul. Burn this in your brain. Anything that smells like pleading dies before it hits send. Want dignity? Stop groveling for someone who kicked you with silence. Silence is an answer too. Begging for love just proves you've checked out on yourself. Stick around next block. I'm dropping the one line a real man says when she leaves him hanging. Short, sharp, surgical. An emotional gut punch that craters her charade in 2 seconds and puts you back in the driver's seat. Number 5, the one line you should say. Cool, didn't see it going any other way. That's it. Tight, crisp, frosty. Like a backhand with a frozen mitten. No question marks, no goofy emojis, no ha-ha tacked on to scream insecurity. You drop this like you're serving ice with a twist and let her choke it down solo. This line's a beast 'cause it's packing 3 emotional Molotovs in 7 words. Cool. You're not raging, not pleading, not sobbing to a sad playlist. You're steady, icy, zen. And that's a nightmare for someone braced for a meltdown. Didn't see it going any other way? This flips the mirror on her, loud and clear. You did what I figured you would. No shock here, I've got your number. The whole package? It's a mic drop without the tantrum, a goodbye with no fanfare. The ultimate, I see you and I'm done. That kind of chill? It derails any plot where she's the queen and you're the groveling peasant. She'll read it and short-circuit, reread it. Wonder, is he pissed, snarky, over it, moving on? Bam, you're off her chessboard. You're the riddle now. And where she's got questions, she's losing grip. Final heads up the line that splits men from boys. It's gotta be real. Fake it as a ploy, and she'll sniff it out. Type it, then stare at your phone like a lost kid. She wins. Use it as bait for, sorry, I was off. You're toast before you hit send. This line doesn't fish for replies. It doesn't beg, doesn't prod, doesn't linger. It shuts the door, with swagger, with frost, with self-respect. That, my guy, is the deadliest way to stand tall. Next block, I'll break down why this zinger dismantles her mind games better than any weepy rant. And why, in this emotional tug of war, the one who owns the silence owns it all. Hang tight. Number 6. Why this line hits so hard? Simple. It's drama kryptonite. It's the glitch in her system that thrives on riling you up. It doesn't sob, doesn't grovel, doesn't yap. It just shuts up. And shuts up in a way that roars, game's done, and I'm not your emotional yo-yo anymore. This line's a stealth quake. Rolls in quiet but rocks her whole foundation. Someone who thought she'd leash you for life. Cool. Didn't see it going any other way. Doesn't just snap the needy cycle. It flips the damn board. It's a curveball, and brains hate what they can't predict. When you don't come back with panic, mushy texts, or whining, her head crashes like a bad app. She was set for you to crawl, and you roll up with a cold, calculated jab like, oh, this? Saw it coming a mile off. Boom. Emotional reins, back in your hands. The genius twist, it's a mirror. Now she's stuck staring at the mess. You've pegged her moves as basic as a rerun sitcom. And trust me, nobody, especially a wannabe puppet master, likes being called obvious. You gut her act with one swing. No yelling, no soap opera, no emo novel. Just a razor-sharp line that says, I've got your game and it's old news. When her shot at breaking you fizzles, her ego's left spiraling. It works because it's not a plea, not a question, not a sorry. It's a period. Final, clean, brutal. And anything that doesn't grope for approval stings deeper. She's got no playbook for ice when she was banking on flames and tears. That's the breaker. Not the shout, but the slick quiet. No juvenile meltdown. Just cruel, cool, grown-up vibes. It's you walking off without a word, leaving her to stew in her own echo. Next chapter, we sharpen this new you, dropping the bombs pointless if you revert to emotional clownery. The real punch isn't the line, it's the vibe you carry after. Now that you've said your piece, act like you're not holding your breath. 'Cause then, pal, she's the one scrambling. Number 7, silence as your comeback weapon. Here we go. You lobbed the grenade. Cool, didn't see it going any other way. Now the real gauntlet drops. What you do next sorts the men from the emotional bench warmers. Spoiler, most choke hard. Why? 'Cause the guy drops the line all cool and collected. Then 24 hours later, he's back watching her stories, hearting a month-old pic, texting, haha, remember this? The emotional jester's grand encore. That line was just a bluff, a flimsy act with a soap opera script and a yawn-worthy end. She smirks inside. Still mine, she knows. Your move now? Vanish. Ghost her back. Slash your digital footprint like you're cutting her oxygen line. No cryptic posts, no deep stories, no hovering online for a lifeline. Hey, you're not waiting. You're out living. Or faking it till it's real. 'Cause silence, man, it screams. Louder than any tear-soaked rant. And this silence, it's gotta be calculated. Not petty revenge, pure posture. Proof you've cracked the code, leaving her solo in the spotlight you used to flood. This isn't waffling, it's steel. The ultimate gut check. Realizing you've checked out and took the power with you. She'll feel it. She'll stew. She'll itch to know more. You were her sure thing. Now you're a wild card. That kind of void, it gnaws. If she misses you, she'll crawl back. Slide in with some lame excuse to chat. If she doesn't, even better. That's your proof she was just an ego vampire sucking you dry till you stopped bleeding. Your silence is a sniper shot. It weeds out the real from the posers who just love their reflection in your puppy eyes. While she wrestles your absence, you keep moving, growing, leveling up, doing what a baller does, not begging for what's owed. Next up, we tackle her comeback, 'cause it's coming. And when she rolls back, you've got to be locked in. Not to restart the loop, but to flex that the reins are yours. The doormat days? Buried. Number 8, how to handle her comeback. Cue the predictable plot twist. The ghoster returns. She snubbed you, treated you like a bit player, vanished like a deadbeat's rent check. Then, abracadabra, she's back. Hey, missed you. Sorry, life's been wild. Sure, wild enough for TikTok dances and laughing at her just a friend dude's quips. But not for you, huh? Fine, she's here. But you, fresh off emotional rehab, aren't diving back into her lap like nothing went down. Her return means your silence hit harder than your words. Now keep your cool. Don't fling open the gates, open your eyes. You're not her fallback when her A-list flakes. You're the guy who cracked her code and plays by his own rules now. She wants to talk? Cool. But the vibe's shifted. You listen like a judge, not a lapdog. She's got to earn her spot back. Prove she gets it. Show she's done with the mind games. If she trots out the tired, I was swamped, got sidetracked, didn't see your text, stifle the laugh and hit her with the same ice she dished. Short, sharp, polite but ruthless. That weak excuse is a diss in sheep's clothing, a dignity check. And you don't flunk those anymore. You reply like a man who knows his stock. Like someone who's done handing out VIP passes to a heart she trashed and ditched. She wants in. She's got to work for it. Show up for real. You're the vault now. Your attention's gold rare and locked down. What happens when you play it like this? She feels the shift. Her old tricks bounce off. You're not that frantic dude scrounging for scraps anymore. You're the guy who commands respect without a megaphone, who doesn't need to flex and won't settle for less. Now she's the one hustling, proving, chasing what used to be a freebie now with a steep price tag. Watch out though. Winning a skirmish and tanking the war 'cause you slack off is the real trap. Next block, we're nailing that how to lock this emotional edge into your DNA, not just a one-off. That respect you've snagged? It's only legit if you hold it down. Let's roll. Number 9. Keeping your emotional edge. Post-flip. Props, man. You've ditched the emotional puppet gig and stepped up as your own director. But here's the raw deal. Flipping the script is a breeze. Holding the line, that's the grind. Your ego's high on the win, and that's where most trip back into the snare. She's back. You didn't cave. You stood tall. But now the real showdown hits. Staying solid. 'Cause a pro at mind games doesn't quit. She scopes, she probes, she pokes. Is your ice a flash or a full-on overhaul? Most dudes, they fumble it at her first flutter. She's back, we're good, they think. Nope, it's only good when she stops testing. And that's when you stop being testable. Emotional grip's a daily flex, a dignity detox. No more instant replies, no anxiety spirals, no freebie attention. It's a reward now, not a handout. This isn't about being a dick. It's about picking your shots. You're not on call for someone who filed you under, maybe later. And don't buy the I'm different now just 'cause she's all sugar on the rebound. Players know how to bait with sweetness too. You've seen her playbook. If she loops ghosts, returns, charms, ghosts, you loop back. Cool. Didn't see it going any other way. Then poof. No texts, no scenes, no story stalking. Sticking to your cold-blooded game plan builds respect. She'll get that your piece isn't up for grabs. You've got a boundary cross it, and she's out. Best part? You'll buy it too. You'll see a guy in the mirror who's enough, who doesn't crawl, who owns it. This is the upgraded you, the dude who knows love ain't begging. It's give and take. Real presence. Anything less? Kick it to the curb. Next, I've got real-world proof guys who ran this playbook and flipped their love life like a switch. When you shift, the game shifts. And respect, that's the baseline now. Stick with me. Number 10. Real stories, real wins. Enough talk time for receipts. You're wondering if this Ice King guide actually delivers, or if it's just hot air from some jaded guru. Here's 3 steel-fisted wake-up calls, true tales of dudes who quit kissing the ground for folks who never gave a damn. And yeah, it worked. Hard. Case 1. The Ghosted Regular. This guy was trapped in a loop of fancy neglect. Texted, got a ha-ha. Chatted, got air. One day, he dropped the bomb. Cool. Didn't see it going any other way. Then, radio silence. No creeping, no likes, no sad playlists. 3 days later, what, you mad? Her brain blue-screened. The emotional plaything vanished. She, the control queen, was suddenly shaky, nosy, grasping. Him kept it frosty, steady, unbreakable. Outcome? She flipped needy, chased, texted fast, sparked chats. He broke the mold, became the puzzle. And puzzles, man, are catnip for someone who saw you as decor. Case 2. The Yo-Yo Ex. Fresh from a messy breakup, this dude's ex would dip, resurface, repeat. Every time he let her in, she'd wreck shop and bounce, cackling. Then he cut the cord, dropped the line, went dark, no crumbs. 5 days in. Been thinking about us. What went wrong? Holy hell, she turned into a Hallmark card overnight. Why? He yanked her certainty. Too much of that breeds boredom. When he ghosted for real, she saw she'd lost a keeper. No tantrums, no fuss, just surgical. It forced her to think, something she dodged with, I'll pop back whenever. Case 3. Doormat to Ice Lord. This guy was the eternal backup. She'd ping him when her A-game flopped a ditch date, a dull weekend, then, hey, you free? One morning he faced the mirror. No more. Dropped the line. Went AWOL. Turned into a Wi-Fi phantom. Posted his own life, no shade, just vibe. Result? She checked in. You good? Damn right he was. Better than ever. He learned presence isn't begged, it's picked. These wins hammer home a brutal truth. Respect yourself, and they've got no choice but to follow. Quit groveling, and they either see your worth or lose it. They lose? Your gain. You've shed a cycle where love was a barter, and you were the loose change. Next up, the big twist. What if she stays gone? Spoiler. Might be the best damn gift you get. Let's roll. Number 11. What if she doesn't bounce back? Here's the moment some dread, but few spot the gold it hides. She doesn't return? Easy. You're the champ. But I lost her. Lost? Nah, man. You broke free. Someone worth keeping doesn't bolt when they can't yank your strings anymore. Someone who bails because you stopped being her toy wasn't a teammate. She was an emotional leech. In it for the ease, the sure bet. The he's always there safety net. You think you dropped a queen? Nope. You ditched a walking dignity drain. Then the needy gremlins creep in. Was I too harsh? Should I have switched it up? Maybe I should have held out. Maybe. How about you wake up? You didn't fumble by standing your ground. You fumbled way back, giving it all to someone who only weighed your worth. This was a slam dunk. She just couldn't stomach her own cold shoulder served back no chaser. She's out. Awesome. She couldn't hack your glow up. Her hustle only clicked when you played the pushover. You rewrote the ending, and she stormed off set. The puppet show's over. Her ego's starving. That type doesn't love they feast. Her exit isn't a hole. It's breathing room. Space for the real deal. 'Cause what's legit doesn't toy with your head, doesn't ping-pong your nerves, doesn't treat you like an emotional spare tire. Now what? Live, grow, thrive. Evolve. No proving, just being. The man you are today doesn't backslide into yesterday's doormat. She didn't return. Thank her. She took herself out. That door she left by, bolt it shut. Onto the wrap-up. The comeback's yours. She can wrestle the gap she left. Conclusion. The brand new you. The curtains dropped on your self-inflicted shame show. And the real exit wasn't hers, it was you, ditching that sad sack role of emotional beggar. She wielded silence like a blade. You fired back with a line that nailed her ego square in the dome. Cool, didn't see it going any other way. Short, icy, fatal. No groveling, no tears, no Q&A, just a stylish, your move's up with a side of shade. You quit explaining yourself. Quit crawling. Quit decoding someone who doesn't know their own damn mind but thinks they can toy with yours. The cherry on top? You didn't just hush, you hulked out. While she snubbed you, you rebuilt. While she poked your nerves, you honed your edge. While she ghosted expecting you to pine, you ghosted to never come back the same. The real flip wasn't her return. It was you rediscovering your spine, realizing your stock doesn't need her stamp. Respect's not a plea, it's a demand, backed by how you carry it. Attention's for those who match it. You're a new breed now. The guy who fades out quiet, and when he's back, it's to flex how her little games don't fit anymore. Her? She'll clock it, feel it. Puzzle over where she lost the plot. Hint, the second she thought you'd never bounce. Now you're the absence that haunts. The silent lesson that stings. The you who won't ignore himself 'cause you finally see clear. Hit the comments. I'm done ghosting myself. 'Cause that's the move killing the doormat and rising as the guy who takes what he's worth. Share this with that buddy still chasing attention equals love. It's not. It's desperation when it's one-sided. Want more gut punch truths that heal like a shot of whiskey? Subscribe. We don't fluff here, we scrub clean. You're not anyone's backup plan anymore. You're the headliner of your own damn story. Cycle's dead. Respect's born. You're running the show.